We're in Tempe today. My husband actually grew up in Tempe, and I spent a lot of time in Tempe when I was younger. I actually worked in Tempe when I was in my 20s. Tempe has a lot of industrial area, which you're seeing a little bit of it right here. We're on the border of Tempe and Scottsdale right now, so you'll see there's a lot of car lots. We're coming up on Scottsdale Road. I'm actually going to turn on Scottsdale Road so that you can see some more of Tempe. We're going to go south on Scottsdale Road. Right now we're in Scottsdale, and the reason I know that is because we're on Scottsdale Road. Once we hit Tempe, it actually turns into Rural Road. So you'll see a lot of that in the Phoenix area where the street names change and you're like, wait a minute, I thought I was on Scottsdale Road and now all of a sudden I'm on Rural Road. So that's one way you know, hey, we've switched cities. This is kind of my husband's old stomping grounds. You can see there is a lot of industry here. You've got an AT&T on one corner. You've got a check cashing place, Sherwin-Williams, Salad and Go, Office Max. There's a Panda Express and a Safeway on the other corner. And this just to the west of here, which would be to my right, there's older houses built in the 50s and 60s. They're smaller. They're typically like a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, which at this point in the game, we would call that functional obsolete, because most people are not going to want 3 bedrooms and 1 bath. They would want 2 baths, but that's how they used to build them in the 50s and sometimes in the 60s. So the houses that I'm about to show you, I'm going to go down Terrace Road, were built primarily in the 70s, early 70s. I think my father-in-law said he paid $6,000 or $8,000 for his house. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, no, 4-bedroom, 2-bath. And I will show you what some of the residential areas look like. Tempe, there's parts of Tempe that they have horse property in South Tempe off of like Warner and McClintock. And then they have, closer to the college, there's a lot of really small, older, like what I would call a box home. These homes over here, you'll see a lot of bigger families, 2 stories, and, typical for 70s, like Brady Bunch type homes. You'll see more mature landscaping in some of these homes, and still a lot of grass and trees, you'll see over here, and not so much, I'm not going to say not so much, I'm going to say not as much of the desert landscaping, because a lot of people have gone to desert landscaping. It is more practical in the desert. And a lot of big, old, tall palm trees you'll see here. But just a really nice, family-oriented neighborhood. I mean, there's all kinds of families that live here. You'll see older trees and a lot of slump block homes. I'd never seen a slump block home until I moved to Arizona. This is an example of a slump block home. And some people stucco over those. Like you can see this one is actually painted. It's almost like a brick home. You can see the one in front with the white garage and the brown roof. That is considered a slump block. The one to the left of it is a slump block. So very, very common. Most people do have block walls in their backyards. Not only in this area, but in most areas of Phoenix. These lots run about 6,500 to 7,000 square feet. And we're going to come up on Myers School. Actually, I had one of my daughters went to kindergarten near here. And my husband went to kindergarten at Myers School. So we're about to pass that. There is a pretty sizable park on the other side of Myers School. They take these school zones is very, very serious here. So you want to make sure you follow the speed limit, don't pass, that kind of thing, which is a good thing. So I've got my camera stabilized, so don't worry. I'm driving safely. For those of you that get upset by this, I have different things in my car that I can stabilize my camera so that I don't have to be managing it and being unsafe. You can see, again, these homes built in the 70s as we go by. Most of them are single level, although there are some 2 stories, and people have added on over the years as well. So you see over here on the left, let me see if I can get my camera here. So over here on the left, you see that water in the park? That is how they water large areas of land efficiently in Arizona. It's called flood irrigation. They water big trees. You can see those trees are giant. And they can water large areas of grass very efficiently, not inefficiently. Okay, hi. So I've been talking to you about Tempe today. One of the things about flood irrigation in and around the valley is the Native Americans had dug ditches throughout the entire Phoenix area and watered large areas of land to farm. And this was like 10 to 12,000 years ago. And we still use those same irrigation ditches. It's all based on gravity, and they had it all scienced out. We still use the same exact ditches. Some of them have been concreted and improved and things, but it's kind of cool because everything is done on gravity. There's no pumps or anything that push the water. It's all based on gravity. We actually have a flood irrigated horse property in parts of Phoenix, some parts of Tempe. Some of the homes still have flood irrigation. Definitely the horse property is more attractive for flood irrigation because it's a large area of land and it allows people to water a large area of land inexpensively. And to give you an idea, we have a 1 acre lot and we spend about less than $180 a year on flood irrigation, and we water every 14 days. In some of my other videos, you can find where we actually show you how that your flood irrigation works. There's a couple different kinds. There's bubblers, and then there's open ditch. So make sure you check out some of our other videos and just search by flood irrigation.